So if you have a bit of a belly and you don't really have much muscle, then you're probably in that skinny fat physique. And the reason that's a bit of a challenge is a lot of guys think, well, if I need to lose body fat, I'll just go for a run and eat less food. And if you do that with that kind of physique, you might lose a little bit of body fat, but you'll certainly get a little bit skinnier. And the less muscle you have, the harder it's going to be to shift those stubborn areas. So maybe you think to yourself, well, I'll tell you what, I'll go on a bulk, I'll try and gain some size, try and fill out these arms, try and keep the belly as small as possible. But if you're eating in a calorie surplus, even if you're training amazingly well and really, really hard and pushing harder than last time, you're definitely going to see some fat gains come along with it. And that can be very demoralizing if you're trying to get rid of the love handles and the belly, because they're going to get bigger before they get better. And that's obviously not a good choice. So it kind of leads you into this, well, what do I do? You're in that sort of skinny fat trap. And so many men find themselves in this group, and there's not really a lot of help out there on the internet because everyone's just talking about, hey, you do this one workout to grow your arms, but they don't talk about the calories or the fact that people that have shown you that video are probably on some gear, right? So what do you do? How do you fix the skinny fat physique? How can you lose body fat and keep and potentially gain muscle? So first things first, I'm just going to say, look, you're probably best off not doing the traditional cuts in bulks, and you definitely don't want to do a bunch of cardio and eat a load of salad, because all those options aren't necessarily going to help you get to where you want to be. And this is why skinny fat can be a little bit more tricky for most people, and it's harder than you think. Now, look, over the past few years, I have actually helped over 186 men lose body fat and gain muscle. Some of them done this in one go, meaning they've done this all in a calorie deficit. So there's probably some on the screen just to show you exactly what I'm talking about, so you know for context. And let's start straight with it. And if you watch any of my videos, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Start yourself off with a recomposition, okay? And without throwing jargon around, we just simply mean doing a cut, but with a smaller calorie deficit, or maybe even at your maintenance, depending on where you're starting. What this does is, instead of going a massive calorie deficit, you know, let's say your maintenance calories are 2,500. A lot of dudes will just chuck themselves down at 800, 1,200 and go, right, I'm just going to cut down the food and see how I go. And they might do it for 1 week because it's a little bit easy at the start because you still got residual energy and carbs and glycogen from the previous diet. So it'll last a week, maybe 2 weeks. The scale weight come down because you're not eating anything. It's not necessarily fat loss. And then you think, crikey, I'm starving. I feel dizzy. I feel weak. Then you're going to start to lie to yourself going, oh, well, I've done really well. Let me just have a cheat day. And then you put it all back in. The scale goes back up and you think, oh, this ain't working. It's kind of yo-yoing up and down. It's just frustrating. So if we go for a smaller calorie deficit, so let's take the 2,500 calorie target and drop it down to say 2,000, right? A 500 calorie deficit, that's going to be 3,500 calorie deficit per week, which equates to 1 pound of body fat. So not only are you going to lose 1 pound of body fat, but you're also still eating enough for it to be more sustainable and for you to be able to avoid any muscle loss, because the bigger the calorie deficit, the more likelihood of you going catabolic, which is when your body uses pre-existing muscle to repair itself, right? You're going to lose muscle, you're going to waste away, literally starving. And that's why most men get stuck skinny fat. They go on a diet, they lose a load of fat and they lose a bit of muscle, they inevitably crash and put it all back in, they gain the fat back really quickly, and because they've lost muscle, they now don't need as many calories to be in a surplus. So the goal here is to lose body fat sustainably, healthily, but also if you're training with strength in the gym and you're getting stronger and you're eating a significant amount of protein, you can still gain some muscle. That's what Reese did. All that muscle gain was achieved in a deficit, and that's exactly what Tom did, what Matt did. The majority of the transformations I show you have been done entirely just as a recomposition. Now, if you're thinking, well, how do I know these numbers? How do I get them right? As always, I have a free nutritional blueprint you can download in the bio to work those out exactly, how to set up your macros and when to adjust them. But let's say you've done this recomposition and you've lost the body fat, but there's not as much muscle as you thought you'd like, right? Maybe you get slim, you get lean, you haven't lost as much muscle, but you're still like, well, I'm still skinny. I still want some size. Do I go on a bulk? Kind of. Before you do a bulk, it's very important for you to slowly build those calories back up, because if you just suddenly jump them back up, then you're suddenly in this massive surplus, and the bigger the surplus of calories, the more likelihood of fat storage. Your body's not going to go, wow, 2,000 calories extra, thank you very much, I'm just going to give you some big old biceps. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So you're going to store a lot of it as body fat. And I don't know about you, but if you've just spent ages getting lean and putting all this work in and dieting and being disciplined with your food, and you suddenly spunk those calories right back up to the top and you gain a bunch of body fat, you're not going to be very happy about it, right? And I have done this, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. I told myself, oh, I'm just doing a dirty bulk, mate. Yeah, I'll just get my pocket pizza. No, that's fine, guys, I'm bulking, it's fine. And then I'm stood there with 2 chins and some side boobs, right? And then I realized, actually, I don't know if I've gained much muscle. And I have actually worked with people that have done a bulk before in the past. They've done a DEXA scan. They found out they've actually lost muscle in a surplus, even though they're training hard in the gym. So big calories does not mean big muscles, or at least, it's not guaranteed. So if we reverse diet to your new maintenance, that's what you want to do. It gives your body time to adjust. So let's say you've been hitting 2,000 calories in a deficit. You work out your new maintenance and it's 2,500 great. Slowly work your way back up to that 2,500. Keep your training routine the same. You'll probably notice some strength gains, a little bit of thickness and fullness, but you certainly won't be gaining any body fat. And then you can stay at that maintenance, for whatever you want. If that's all you need, that's great. But like I said, if you want to gain more muscle, then you're probably going to need to be on a lean bulk. So to do that, we just add a small amount of calories, right? It's not rocket science. You take your 2,500 calorie maintenance and maybe you add 300 calories as a surplus, maybe 500, but I would basically slowly build your way up to it. Now you're going to be around 3,000 calories. Maybe eat a little bit more carbs to have more energy in the gym so you can get bigger lifts and more reps to overload the body. Now you want to focus on muscle hypertrophy, time under tension. So you're actually breaking down muscle tissue, and because you're eating in that slight surplus with extra carbs, extra protein, your body can now repair slightly bigger and stronger than last time. And then it's very important that at this time you really focus on your training. If you're just lifting the same weights and same reps over and over again, the body's not really being challenged. It's got no reason to grow. It's got no reason to adapt. So you need to be very strategic with your programming and your mesocycles in the gym. What's the focus? Are you going to overload on your bench with reps? And then once you've overloaded on the bench with reps, you're going to overload with weight. Have you been doing the same routine for 6 months and it needs adjusting? These are the little tricky parts that you need to be very vigilant on so that your body, specifically for you, continues to grow. For example, my chest is terrible. It doesn't grow very easy. So I stuck with bench press as my main movement because it was easier to add weight and reps to. I improved my form, I controlled my tempo, and I logged my workouts so I knew when to make an adjustment. And thankfully, I was able to improve my chest somewhat. This is how you break out that skinny fat physique. Some dudes start off super skinny, they can jump straight into a bulk, and hallelujah, they're gaining loads of muscle. Some dudes already have a shite ton of muscle. All they need to do is sneeze in the gym and they've got some gains. But if you're skinny fat, you need to be a bit more precise, you need to be a bit more strategic, and you're trying to fix two things. You're trying to lose body fat and gain muscle. And if you do one or the other too extreme, you're going to get nowhere. So just to recap, we want to do a recomposition to lose body fat, keep strength, and maybe gain a bit of muscle. Then we reverse diet to new maintenance to avoid any premature fat gain. And then we eat in a slight surplus to gain a bit more size, a bit more strength, overload in the gym. And by the end of that, you'll be bigger, stronger, and leaner. And the more muscle you gain, the easier it is to lose the body fat the next time around if you need to go back on a recomp to tidy things up a little bit. Now, if you want some help to actually implement this, or you like the way that sounds, you can work with me one-to-one and I can coach you through it the same way I did with all my clients here. You can drop me a message or book a call in the link below. And if you found this video helpful, maybe you'll find this video also helpful if you're skinny fat. So click that one. And look, I can finish my video with a coffee like I normally do. Lovely. It's cold. Who would have thought?